tell you what taught me too. What taught me is like, I did a song for Neo on his first album. It was called "Don't Get Down Like That." I did that record. Yeah. Don't get down like that.
Okay,
yeah,
I know it.
So
I know that whole album because I didn't play it.
I sampled the OJs. Whenever I sample, I rarely sample. It's intentional. If I sample it, I know it's to get notoriety or I'm gonna take a loss.
They say if you do not get sued, you didn't make a hit.
Yeah, or approach them the right way in the beginning, because you know what I mean. So I did the record, and Neo picked the record, and Neo wrote to the melody line. So we both shared the burden of that sample. But they were like, nah, you don't get no publishing because you use the sample. Like, nah, nigga, you use the melody line too. I knew the business. So this is coming right off of late registration and what's her name. It's like, nah, bro, I'm not finna take
I already
another
did this.
L on.
Have you ever had records that didn't get cleared?
Yeah, I'll tell you one record. I did a record for Game for his LAX album. I executive produced that album too. So I did a song. I sampled.
You really EP, huh? The executive producer, huh? Okay.
Greatness in the building.
I did a record using one of Barry White's samples.
Okay. So
Barry White's estate was like, you can use it. We want 100%.
Jesus.
We want 100.
So how does that break down? Like
it breaks down if we ain't doing that record.
I was just about to say, it sounded like the record got broke down into another record. Like, yeah.
It breaks down if we ain't doing that record.
Conversation never on the rocks. Me by the bar. Bars open. Bars open. Me. By the bar. Straight up, no chasing. Open bar podcast. Straight up, no chasing.
Welcome to Open Bar Podcast, where the conversation's never on the rocks, but it's straight up no chaser. I'm your boy C4, and we back with another episode. We got a lot in this episode going on with Champ. She's back.
Did y'all miss me? I've been gone for a minute, but I'm
Fresh
back
off
with the jump off.
Fresh
from
flight.
New York, ready to get
I
drunk.
just met you and I miss you already.
I know.
Also,
I miss you too.
special guest. Special guest. Like, I'm not even going to front with this one. It's an honor to have him here. I don't want to talk about his accolades because I want him to talk about it, but we all going to talk about it. We going to give him his roses. And so introduce yourself, EP.
Ervin Pope, man, little kid out of Watts, grew up in Jordan Projects, fortunate enough to be living my dream and just loving life. Thanks for having me.
Man, big though, big. He didn't say too much, but we gonna get into all that. You know what I'm saying? We back again. I appreciate you for showing up, man. Like, some people would be like, man, I'm not coming on that show, man. Y'all ain't even got 100,000 subscribers yet. So
thank you for having me, man. It's all about building with me, man. So
yeah. If y'all didn't know, the intro song to Open Bar Podcast is produced by none other than EP also.
hey,
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, that's another big
I gotta give you one of those.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into it. Let's start with what made you want to get into music? Like, what fueled that fire?
by default, growing up, I would draw, right? So in elementary school, I would draw. Going into junior high school, I was drawing. I always had a love for music. I come from a musical background, heavily in gospel. My late uncle, which was my pastor, he bought a piano and put it in our project unit. So we was the only project unit.
With a baby grand.
No, it wasn't. It was upright. It was like a baby grand. But out of 6 kids, I was the one to pick it up. You know what I mean? So he saw that I had a talent, and he invested in me past that. Like, he put me through music school. Did it as a hobby. I wanted to be an architect because I could draw. And then I found out that you had to have high degrees of math to be an architect, and math ain't my thing. So by default, music was a rival.
That kind of explains a lot of people start to music. Like it just kind of like ran into them and they didn't run into it.
Absolutely.
So
and then it kind of saved me socially too, because like growing up in a house with 6 kids and you trying to find your own place, and then you're in the ghetto, and then like it was a way for me to be accepted.
Which kid are you?
I'm the 4th out of 6.
Oh, so you're a middle child?
Yeah, I'm a middle child. Shout out to the middle children.
I'm a middle child.
I'm an oldest child, so.
I'm a middle child.
You was a mean one.
Shout out to you guys.
I'm a 3rd out of 5.
You was a disciplinarian.
I probably was a mean oldest sister.
For sure, she was.
I'm mean now, so I'm not like intentionally mean, but
yeah, somebody.
You can tell that I'm the oldest.
Break that down. You ain't really mean.
You can just tell that I'm the oldest.
Yeah.
Like I'm just used to having the most power and control.
She the mama. You the mama.
Yeah.
So I could be
like
that.
I was able to, at a young age, to just sit down at the piano, hear something, and pick it out and play it and remember it.
So you had no training for that. You just kind of like.
In the beginning, I didn't, but after I acquired, like, I got attention, and then my uncle was like, you know what, I'm gonna invest in you. I'm gonna pay for your private lessons. So
That's
he paid
dope.
for my lessons for 2 years, and then gave me a year of organ lessons.
So you got the sauce.
Yeah.
So how many instruments do you play?
Just any keyboard, and I started on drums.
Okay.
Yeah, so rhythm is my thing. Yeah.
Drums, keyboards.
I want to learn the guitar. Like when things settle down.
Got 2 of them right here.
I'm gonna figure it out.
Got 2 of them right here.
I probably have 6 kids if I could learn, because I can. With a guitar, I can
that
walk up
crazy.
to you. I'm just saying,
First of all,
I'm just saying I can walk up to you.
That is like level 99. That's like mansplaining for the world to know about. Like, you have more. He'll be serenading everybody. He'll be serenading all the hoochies.
Exactly. And the show, you can just walk
Maria, Maria. Get your ass from the
Right now, I'm just behind the keyboard. I can't really move.
Oh, okay.
You gotta get you one of them Urkel ones with the little, where you can just be like, you can have a little auto tune pipe in your mouth and just be walking up on them.
Dang.
I ain't never done an auto tune. The original one.
You talking about what about the Roger Trout?
The original Roger Troutman one. I had one at an early age, but I didn't have the right amp to go along with it.
Yeah, that.
And I plugged it up to like a big guitar amp, and I used it, and like 2 minutes, it just blew half of my tooth out, because it's literally, it's sound. It's a speaker, is what it essentially is, and it blows the waves.
Didn't know that.
It cracked it. So I was like, I do auto-tune. I ain't never using one of those again.
That is crazy.
Yeah, true story.
Yeah.
What is this?
I made a simple Mexican mule, tequila, lime juice, ginger beer, fresh, clean,
cheers.
Easy. Cheers.
Fresh off the plane too, I heard.
You know, fresh off the plane. I told C4, I said, I feel like I am a tequila at this point.
Ooh.
You did that right, too.
I really miss a good cocktail. I missed y'all.
Yeah. Open bar.
I don't want no more
Now,
shots.
that's actually pretty good. Check you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real good.
You be stunning, though. Every time you come, you be stunning. I don't know.
I gotta show off a little art.
Good.
You know, he over here talking about he played 13 different pianos. You know what I mean? He started with the drums. I'm like,
engineering.
I make a good drink.
Drink world. Engineer.
You hear me?
That's crazy. So
You was there singing R&B earlier?
we talking uncle invest in you.
Yeah.
And you basically just run with it because that's what you like to do. It's natural. It came natural to you.
It came natural, but I fell in love with music. Like I had a cousin who was in music production before, and I didn't know it, and then he just invited me to his house one day, and I walked in his studio and just saw all this equipment. It was like, you know what? From the day forward, I think I was 16 years old. I was like, this is what I want to do, and
So
I've been pursuing it ever since.
Your cousin had a studio and you went there? And
I went there, yeah.
That's always the easy route.
Yeah.
You find somebody that's close to you that got the avenue to get it done.
But I didn't settle. Like, I was playing keyboards for the church. So all my money I would save, and it's like, okay, I need a drum machine. So I'm going to save, and get a drum machine. I didn't just settle for his. Like, I'm one of those that just, I want to get it myself.
That sounds like
that. So after that, like,
I'm trying to
mixer next. And then,
I'm not trying to throw myself in there at all. I don't want to throw myself in there.
I mean, I do.
Have you ever did like vocals? Like a song?
On my jazz album. I got a jazz album. I got 3 jazz albums. So on my jazz album.
You're probably going to take a shot. He's just so damn talented. I thought Andre 3000 was doing some new shit. He over here like, on my first jazz album, I got 3 of them.
That's
I'm about to release my next one next month, actually.
Okay,
so I'm going to invite y'all to the release. I don't know where I'm going to do it yet. But
make sure you send it to me.
I want to make sure. I like a little jazz.
I'm pulling it up.
Little Kim.
You're going to have it all decked out in a whole theme or something?
It's going to be dope, though. Some quaint and dope, you know?
That's lit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm already being
he already thinking about his linen pants. Yeah. You don't see for it. He like, I'm gonna have a button to right here. I'm gonna take the other buttons off just in case. Oh, you don't go out? You don't wear?
Nah, that was
you ain't
suave. Nah, I'll get dressed up. That's easy.
Yeah, so what's your favorite genre that you've done?
That's hard. It's hard to. I would say, if I had to pick one, it'd be hip hop because it kind of encompasses all of them. But I couldn't pick one. Like, I love gospel. I
feel like hip hop not really actually an answer because it's not a genre.
It is, really is.
It's a genre, but it's more of like a culture, which is why it could like infuse all those, right?
But it's broad. Well, let me just say gospel then, because a lot of genres spawn from gospel.
Exactly, from church.
That's definitely true.
Let me just say gospel then.
Okay.
As I drink this mule.
Hey, Jesus made wine.
Oh my God.
He did.
I'm just saying, he did.
I think it's dope, man, because every time I think about some of the stuff you do, I think about how I came up, and I knew about you before I knew about you. So when I was working with my cousin Giddy, and then he said he was working with you, I was like, how in the hell did you do that? Like, what got y'all together?
He's so talented too.
He's crazy. And this.
Like I had an artist. Her name was Necessary.
Necessary, I remember her. Yeah.
Female rapper. She's from Florida. I signed her. She was working with her, and then my homie Dirty from Nickerson's. He's like, I got a dude who crazy. He writes in this, so he shout out to Dirty.
Yeah, shout out to Dirty. Shoutout.
Shoutout
Dirty. Yeah, and he bought GI, and he bought. That was probably about 10 years ago, maybe. And ever since then, we've been locked in. Like that's cool, bro. He's so talented. It was just
crazy.
Well, you know him. You just got to stay on his head. Shout out to GI.
Yeah, nah, he
Hitty, you know.
Not to take it to him, but he did not want to do music at all.
Yeah.
He did not. I know he could sing because he used to always cry. And I'm gonna say this story. He used to stay crying. So when he when I started making I'm gonna put him out there. Shout out to GI, man, for real.
Yeah.
Nah, but I was making beats.
Yeah.
Of course, I was engineering. I was doing my thing. I was rapping at one point, and then I didn't know he can sing. Yeah. But I would hear him do little stuff. So I'm like, man, really, really good. I said, man, what are you waiting? Come on, let's do this. Yeah. I made him get on the song. Yeah. And then after that, he just took off, and he been producing. Me and him used to lay on because of my mom's house. Had a studio set up when my mom's had a daycare, so we had these little long cots. Yeah. I'll go to sleep, he'll make a beat. Yeah. He'll go to sleep, I'll make a beat. We was in there hustling, like going back to back. But yeah, Giddy, that's Groom. Shout out to that guy, man. Yeah. But yeah, nah, that's how I knew you before that because of the stuff you've already accomplished. I'm deep into like looking into certain stuff when it comes to music and stuff. So I always used to hear EP, Ervin Pope. And then I don't know how we follow each other on Facebook, but we on Facebook and it's just okay. And then he got with you. I'm like, how did you? Okay, cool. So yeah, now shout out to Giddy though, for real. What is something that you feel like was a eye opener into music that made you be like, I'm great? Because it's at some point people tell you like, oh, you're good, yeah. You don't really register it. But what make you what is something that you did that you was like, I'm great?
For one, to be called upon by some of your favorite producers to work under them. I worked under Kanye for 3 years for college dropout, for late registration, for summer graduation, bunch of stuff with Jay-Z, Janet, Do or Die, Twista, all those records. To work under High Tech, I did a bunch of stuff for G Unit on first album, Beg for Mercy. Big Tank, who runs television right now, we did My Wife and Kids, Damon Wayans TV show back in the day. A bunch of stuff for Dr. Dre's label, and to just be called upon and never enter into a session to where I couldn't contribute something. So you know what I mean? So to be, and under Swiss Beats too for dude, you got your credits is heavy. Like I don't even know what to say. Like I'm looking at it like that's crazy. It's just a blessing. I can't take the credit. You know what I mean? You're extremely humble though. Yeah, and I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Like for real. I really don't even know another way to be. Yeah. Because I really believe that everything can be taken in the moment. So who are we to, you know? Yeah, nah.
What was your most exciting record that you worked on?
Exciting record would be Scarface record. His last record, I executive produced his Deeply Rooted album. I was a huge Scarface fan, so I got a call from my homie Big Chuck. Shout out to Big Chuck. It was like, hey, Face needs this record replayed. If you replay it, you can probably get on the album. And I'm like, you say replay, not because you're. So, oftentimes, like, you get a song from a producer and they can't produce the files, or they didn't really do the record, right? Something happens it needs where it needs. So, it's like Scarface word. So I made the record so good, Scarface didn't even know it was a remake of the record because I dialed into what did he use on this. The drum pattern, I mimicked it perfectly. The whole thing, perfectly. And I got to meet him, and then Face was like, nah, man, forget the connection. Give me your number. So we linked up like that. So, and then in the interim, Scarface went to jail. I'm like, damn, I finally meet somebody that I'm really a fan of Scarface, and he went to jail for a couple years, but his phone stayed on, so I was still periodically, I would hit him like every couple months. And then I just hit him one day, bro, and he answered like, man, for real, you still hitting me? Like,
that's
you want to do this, bro? It was the day he got out of jail, right? So and he credits me for helping him get back into rap because he was done with it. That's dope. But I just kept being, I was on his. That just gave me a little chill right here.
To be in jail for like any amount of time, and then like you finally get to your phone. First of all, shout out to Scarface for still paying his phone bill while he was in jail.
The girl was just held him down.
That's
so
crazy.
Shout out to Erica,
and then like to see the messages, he probably was looking at the messages like
1,000
January,
messages,
March, April. Like this is consistent.
Everything I've gotten is because I'm not afraid to approach you or go after it. Like I've never had a manager, I've never had a publishing deal, nothing. It's all grind. If I know you do the podcast, I'm gonna approach you. Hey, bro, I'm EP. I did this.
It's all self-confidence.
So it's.
That's crazy.
Boys
man, who is this guy? Is this me? Is this me right here?
Bro, get it in.
What? That's crazy. That's how I got to where I am today too. Like being outside.
Congratulations on where you are too. I see what you're doing. For real.
Man, I was outside. G.I. to tell you, like everybody know me because they don't know me because of nothing else but grinding. I be out glasses from everybody. Like everybody know me from being outside. Like approaching people, talking to them. Hey, I got a studio. Hey, I do this. I do that. Yes.
Because if I see you here and then I see you in Atlanta, then I see you here, then it's like, hey man.
That's what it was.
It's like
it was like, who is this guy?
It's something, exactly.
Who is this dude?
Because I think we're in a world, bro, that people don't want to put the work in.
Man, that's how I met Booby Soprano. Yeah. R.I.P. to my bro.
Yeah, R.I.P. Man, he was a good dude, man. Booby.
I was everywhere, and he approached.
Division.
Yeah, G, Green D. Yeah. He had approached me in the club because Glasses had gave me some money to go do something. Yeah. And he was like, "Who the fuck is this nigga Glasses giving money to?" Like, I know this dude. And he was like, hey, man, what was that? I was like, yeah, no, I produced. I'm talking to him. We chopped it up. And then ever since then, he came come to my house. I'll help him do certain stuff. I produce for him. I do crazy. So, being outside and being where you need to be at is the most important thing you can do, especially if you got a passion for it.
Keeping your word. And delivering. If I tell you I'm going to give you something, if I tell you I'm going to deliver something tonight, no matter what, whatever I have to do, I got to put on the back burner because my word is everything.
So I have a 6 degree story with glasses, just because y'all mentioned them. So,
shout out to glasses.
Shout out to glasses.
Big ups to my boy.
Really, this story is crazy because podcasting is old. I wanted to do a podcast years ago, right? And so the people that I knew was like kind of getting into like talk radio, and they had like this little thing going on that I really, really liked. So I was like dead set on trying to figure out how to meet them so that they could like guide me into podcasting. So, Pooh.
Shout out to Pooh, man.
Leonard.
That's my
Leonard.
I'm on never
we know, man.
Song with you.
The Lanky is my name out there, but these people we know.
Yeah, so Pooh took me to Inglewood to DJ Hed House when they used to do the show.
Homegrown right there.
Yeah, homegrown.
Yep.
Took me to homegrown. That's where I did my first ever interview at. And then they just was like, just telling me about podcasting, and I was pitching my idea to them. If I never sent it to you, but my original like first pitch episode, I still have it on SoundCloud. This is before a podcast platform even existed.
This is all audio.
This is before a podcast platform even existed. I was trying to do a show on SoundCloud because there was nowhere to do that kind of show. It was so confusing for everybody that I was coming in contact with. It was so discouraging. So it's like so insane for now for me to be like.
Does it bother you though? Like,
you know I'm a Virgo. It boils me down.
Does it push you though?
It pushes me because it lets me know that I'm not
before your
tripping.
time. Yeah, it was
like
before your time.
not. These ideas are not crazy.
So now you just gotta run to get ahead
so
of the
now,
next wave.
Right.
Now I not just get ahead of it. Now I've created so many different waves that even exist in the world. Now I know better though. Now I know to like execute. I don't care if I can't find a carrot. Stick the phone to the ceiling. If you got to.
Not that time.
If you got to. What you mean? I was doing a silly challenge 4 years ago. I got vines of That's what I'm saying. Vine? It's crazy. Vine is more than 4 years ago.
If I would have
me and my homegirls used to stick the phone on the ceiling in my ghetto, dirty ass apartment and record this girl and her boyfriend that lived next door to us arguing all the time. We used to record the audio and put it in the background of all our videos. And people used to be like, who the fuck is that fighting? We used to be doing crazy. That's like even before like, audio trends that they do now. So we used to be making our own audio trends in our own world.
Vine was the beginning of a whole nother
but I love hearing that like that glasses, Pooh, K, BK, they other brother, like the universe is like this big. Yeah, K-Style.
K-Style, yeah.
The universe is like this big. Like, okay.
It's crazy, and I know Dirty. I met you know Dirty too? My God.
I grew up in Nixon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I grew up in Joy Downs.
Unfortunately.
I'm just saying,
it's unfortunate for you.
Unfortunately, you banging.
Oh, that was doing. Wait, what we doing, man?
Yeah.
Why do we both grab our drinks? I am not about to have a shutdown too.
PD is my PD.
PD, that's my family.
I love, man. That's
my family is the Thorntons.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. So
my church is right there, right on 109th and Compton Avenue.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, she's shining you right there.
No, I just think that that's like such a dope universe to be a part of for all of us Compton and Watts babies. People don't know that like how small two cities are, but how much comes out of them. Like how much come out of them.
Bullshit is to where we are divided because of history and where you were placed and where I was placed. Mm-hmm. So I would never know you if I held on to that the tradition of I'm not supposed to know you because you're from there. It's stupid.
That's like, and it don't even make sense because along down the line you still end up intermingling. Like one of the first people you shouted out was somebody from the Nickerson. So it's like either way down the line you're gonna be faced with the cross communication. You got to
like you don't
get right or get left
until they get older. Yeah. When you're young and then you're getting fed a certain type of thing, or not even fed, it's like you want to fit in so bad as a kid that you start doing shit to mess
fit
your
in.
whole little.
To fit in.
And the more you get educated, you figure out like it was never what you thought it was.
Right.
Yep.
That's why I never got into like really gang banging.
Yeah.
Me neither.
I just was into hanging with the homies and being outside. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
No, that's how I feel too. Like, nah. Cause I still want to go hang out with them. when y'all like on punishment, I be over there hanging out with them.
More punishment.
like when you couldn't come outside,
I'm gonna tell you what I think saved my life too. Growing up in Watts, I was bused from 7th grade through the 12th grade. So I went to 102nd Street School, and I say saved my life because it taught me different things.
Environment. It gave you an environmental change.
It gave me a vision that I would have never gotten, and it gave me a wider and a broader music palette. I listen to Journey. I listen to Sting. I listen to.
Because you was exposed to more. The exposure was different.
This is totally
That's
off
crazy.
subject.
I think a lot of people go through that.
You like music?
Yeah.
Have you? And then this could be off record. Have you ever heard of a band called Spineshank?
I haven't.
Okay. We gonna revisit that.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
And like
there was like in the 1980s and then up to the 2000s, but
Enlighten Me for sure.
The Vodka, that's one of the bands.
That's one of the band members. Yeah.
Grammy nominated, all that.
Dope.
So that's why I asked. So I was
dope.
like,
Dope,
look them up though.
I love
Spineshank.
exploring and finding new things that I missed.
Yeah.
You know.
I had to like when you said that, I was like, Spineshank. You probably know about them. It's rock.
Yeah.
So yeah. I cut that.
Rock
out.
is deep rooted in hip hop culture.
Because I pull so many things that I've already experienced. So I'm thankful for the time period in which I was born because I got to experience early 80s rock and I incorporated my music and people are like, what is that? How did you come up with that? It's like,
something.
I heard it before.
That's what the best.
Like,
that's what the best music was.
I used to love this song.
So bring it back is like, oh, that's a rebirth of some gold. For real.
Exactly.
I did a and I'm slow sometimes. The Wishing Upon a Star. Find Out Who You Are.
Rolls Royce.
I did that remix and I made a beat for TJ Santana.
Dope.
Years ago.
Yeah.
And he made a song to it. I produced it.
Yeah.
To look back on the music that used to happen and used to be the hottest stuff and rebirth
I want to
it.
ask both of y'all this.
Yeah.
Do y'all feel like the culture of developing music from music has been like lost a little bit? Like because I'm one of the people, I grew up on oldies, so I used to always be able to spot a good sample. Like,
yeah,
you know about that?
Because what oldies are today is just the 90s.
Right.
So
that's unfortunate. Because have you seen what they do with 90s songs? I hate it.
But what I'm saying, they haven't even visited the 80s.
They went back to the 70s.
Or the 60s.
Yeah, you got to go back.
Yeah, you got to go back, and that's what
dramatics and stuff. You got to go back.
When I hear certain rap records come on, and they got the original little intro melody come in, ooh, I be so excited just to be mad when the beat drop, and it's like
they just like the sound of it. They don't even understand it.
I love that.
Is that your specialty though? Like what is?
Absolutely, because I really love music and I love those time periods.
I want to know how many fucking.
It innately just comes out. You know what I mean?
How do you get all your samples clear? Because if you going back like that, it's crazy.
I know how to interpolate and not really infringe on the copyright.
There you go.
It come close,
say the word again. Say it to the camera and say it slow. Interpolate.
I
know how to interpolate.
Don't have a sauce.
Yeah, exactly. Borrow, I'll lend from the actual sample. So the key is just finding the same sounds they use, the same.
They say it's a 4-key pattern. I heard like a crazy lawsuit with
the gays.
Gaultier.
Yeah,
when he got sued by, I want to say Smokey Robinson Kids or Marvin Gaye.
Probably Marvin Gaye Kids.
Marvin Gaye Kids. The gays. They will sue anybody. But when I heard like the whole, so I'm like big on true crime and stuff. They lost it and lost it bad.
Oh, you did say that.
Ed Sheeran. That's the one I'm trying to think of. Okay, so in the courtroom, Ed Sheeran basically leaked the sauce.
It's a progression.
It's a repetitive progression that like works with like in a trillion ways. So it's like, so I could reinvent this song right now.
Yeah, Blurred Lines was definitely infringement. So
they got the money for that. For that. I followed that case. I followed like a couple of these. I have them in my Google search alerts.
That's like
it's so interesting. His entire story, his legacy is just so very, very interesting. Like, still relevant every day. Like, it works.
That's why I was like, man, how the hell do you clear the samples? Because some people, like, just like you said, the games be heavy on the I'm
gonna tell you what taught me too. What taught me is like, I did a song for Neo on his first album. It was called "Don't Get Down Like That." I did that record. Yeah. Don't get down like that. Okay,
yeah, I know it.
So
I know that whole album because I didn't play it.
I sampled the OJs. Whenever I sample, I rarely sample. It's intentional. If I sample it, I know it's to get notoriety or I'm gonna take a loss.
They say if you do not get sued, you didn't make a hit.
Yeah, or approach them the right way in the beginning, because you know what I mean. So I did the record, and Neo picked the record, and Neo wrote to the melody line. So we both shared the burden of that sample. But they were like, nah, you don't get no publishing because you use the sample. Like, nah, nigga, you use the melody line too. I knew the business. So this is coming right off of late registration and what's her name? It's like, nah, bro, I'm not finna take
I already did this.
L on.
Have you ever had records that didn't get cleared?
Yeah, I'll tell you one record. I did a record for Game for his LAX album. I executive produced that album too. So I did a song. I sampled.
You really EP, huh? The executive producer, huh? Okay.
Greatness in the building.
I did a record using one of Barry White's samples.
Okay. So
Barry White's estate was like, you can use it. We want 100%.
Jesus.
We want 100.
So how does that break down? Like
it breaks down if we ain't doing that record.
I was just about to say, it sounded like the record got broke down into another record. Like,
it breaks down if we ain't doing that record. Get out of here.
Copy and pasting vocals. Yeah. We got a different beat we gonna go with.
And I'm glad
cue the ass shakers.
I don't
bring
have
me.
to do it. I'm creative enough to
you can go around
something
it. Yes.
That lends from that. So
was you able to recreate that record?
No, we just didn't use it. So he had a ton of that Game records like 100.
I know. I heard he recorded like 2
And then he do. And his process is so rigorous that like, say for instance, month 2, we work on a record. We got a board in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
I come in like, nigga, I got 5 records on the album. The next day, because he's recording over, you come back in like, damn, the board changed. I got 1. So if you're not consistently in the lab and working it out, you ain't gonna be on. There's no way you're gonna be on the album because the songs get better and better and the direction changes. And so
I can see that with him.
I like that type of work.
I can see that with him. He seems like an
stressful,
erratic perfectionist.
He is, and he.
For a exec, that shit is good. Like,
he don't play favoritism. So tonight I might be up against Kanye. I might be up against J.R. Rodham. Back at the time I was up against 1500. The best song won that night, and if it beat, it was on the board.
So how many you got on that album?
On the album, probably about 3.
So you won.
But no, I won because executive producing. I played on almost all of them to give it a cohesive sound.
Got you.
Or if somebody,
I was just about to ask, what is the difference?
If somebody couldn't produce the files.
So as an executive producer,
so you had to.
So as an executive producer,
cheat code.
Give people like me. He's an industry guy, so he clearly understands.
I'm in the streets. I ain't making it to the industry yet.
You in the offices of.
Welcome to Open Bar Podcast. We raise our glasses to the best in the business. Speaking about the best in the business, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Tequila Grandiamante. Crafted with the utmost precision and aged to perfection. It embodies luxury in every sip. So let's raise our glasses to excellence and take a shot to the finer things in life.
About things that will never die. If you're
writing
about things, you're living,
video games,
dying, falling in love, breaking up, if you're writing about those things are never gonna go away. So we're gonna need things to back those scenes when it comes to a television show or production.
Random. Another niche market in that is customized license plates. Apparently, you can have customized license plates, customized music. Everything sells. Like, everything is for sale. Yeah, everything is a part of a moment.
So, the reason why I asked that question is because how Tory Lane broke into the NFT market. Mm-hmm. So, I was trying to see how
Who's that?
Tory Lane.
Keep
you
talking.
don't like him? Ah, you.
You said pick another lane.
So many other artists you could be shining the light on.
He's the only one did it.
Travis Scott sold a bunch of cereal boxes and made a gang of money.
We're talking about numbers in music. So
he contributed to his music. Travis Scott he followed the same exact path. Let's just say that.
In a sense.
He figured out a way to sell a product that he attached to music, and therefore he credited all the streams from the product to the music.
Okay.
Which brings us to, if you're not working on other ancillary streams of music while you're working on your craft, you're tripping, because music should be just an on-ramp to the freeway. Literally, so many other lanes once you get on the freeway.
I almost got jumped today.
Just saying.
I'm just saying. Once you figure it out, you own to something.
She said, who? Okay.
Because he shop on homegirl. Weird.
Okay, all right. Well, anyway, that's a new subject.
I figured that.
Immediately, I'm like, wait.
Yeah,
he knew better. He
said, both represent at the same time, though. Like, wait a minute. Yo, what the hell? Okay, cool. I'm going to leave it at that.
You gave me the cake, but you didn't give me the mule.
Oh, I was going to build you a whole nother drink when you cleared the cup.
Okay, but you poured the... That's
you
a little
poured
straight.
You poured it.
We'll just build another drink in full.
On top of that.
Yo, that's crazy. Man, hey, shout out to you for pulling up, man, again.
Thank you. I'm having fun, man.
This is crazy.
I'm trying
to keep up with the conversation, but she just cut me off, so I ain't going to even talk about it no more.
What? Keep going. You can talk about Tory, but like, fuck Tory.
Who?
Yeah, that's over. We already made it.
Who? Yeah, we out of here with that. If y'all don't know, Champ is wearing a "Don't Taste Your Liquor" T-shirt. Y'all can get that on the website. Just a little plug. Just a little plug.
Yeah, all of them on there doing this too.
Hey, running. Don't chase it.
Don't chase it.
Don't chase your liquor.
Don't chase your liquor.
Don't chase your liquor. Take shots.
Yeah, that's a dope shot.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a shout out to Glasses Malone and a new album.
Yeah, man.
What's the name of it?
Cancel These Nuts.
Cancel These Nuts.
Taking a shot at cancel culture.
Cancel these. So, if you did not know, you can't cancel him. You're not gonna cancel him because he's so political.
He is.
He deep in.
But he really, bro. He really studies.
He is.
So
deep.
being on the road with him, like
he is shit talking founding father.
He gonna be
like, bro, I believe what you're saying.
He's gonna argue the fuck down.
So
it's gonna be kind of hard getting him on here because he don't drink.
No, he'll still come. Like we're doing drink champs, but he's gonna drink milk.
Okay.
Milk. Cool. Why milk? That is such a random substitution for liquor.
Yeah, but what else are you gonna do with it if you don't drink liquor? Give me a better one.
They got mocktails.
Hi, welcome to Open Bar Podcast, where we have sponsors of mocktail cocktails. You can have any kind of drink, a real drink, a fake drink.
Yeah, that's how you're a pro at it, so I'm.
You know, so don't worry. When you guys go to Drink Champs, we'll make sure that you guys have what you need to feel a little.
Yeah,
buzz with the fellas.
It's big with people who don't drink, but they still want to be social and they still taste good, and you know what I'm saying. So
yeah.
But he's never drank.
No,
he
don't.
So
he don't. Yeah.
He don't even know
his mind be so clear, and I'll be looking at his lives and tapping in with him and stuff like that. Glasses is smart as hell. So whatever he's doing right now, I'll definitely be looking at like, man, this nigga doing something different. Electric white lightning. Oh my god.
Right?
Is that nigga Glass? That album crazy.
And we're remaking it because it wasn't on DSPs, right?
Oh, so
but to
I can't even find it no more.
That's what I'm saying. So it's gonna be on DSPs like in January.
Okay, cool.
To follow Cancel These Nuts, you got to think that was 2008, 2009.
Yes.
So now, like, I'm adding additional production to kind of bring it, you know what I mean? So I'm like, bro, you can't put that out right after this, and it's...
White Lightning was a classic. Yeah. That album, that project was so fucking...
Yeah.
It was dope. It was great.
What was your favorite project you worked on so far?
Deeply Rooted Scarface.
The one with, Scarface.
Obviously.
Because, but I rival that with College Dropout. I just didn't know.
I want to ask you, I want to mind your business about working with Kanye so bad, but...
Because it's deep.
I don't care.
Everybody I know who ever worked with Kanye is still in the NDA, so...
No, I'm not, like, I worked with him even before his first album came out, so...
They got another relationship, so...
Yeah, exactly.
He's like a freaking musical genius. People always argue, like, what is the best Kanye album? And it's like, if you understand, like, mental evolution, it's hard.
Which one would you say?
I'm a dark fantasy girl. I love my dark fantasy. That is like probably one of my favorites. I love College Dropout. I love the entire series of that, but my dark fantasy really like showed me that, because that was the album that he did the like the little movie, like the little cinematic thing with it, and I just thought that was like so creative, and the story that it told is so fucking masterful and deep. Like the story is just so, the Phoenix story is just really beautiful, and it's like for him to be like that in the head and like was able to like create that for other people to see and like try to understand him.
The reason why I like College Dropout is because of just listening to EP. Like, man, I used to be outside. I used to do this, be grinding, do this, woo woo. That album gave me that.
Bro, I had a job. I worked.
It gave me that.
I worked for Northrop Grumman, which was
Northrop Grumman, yeah.
Previously, it was TRW. It was a space and defense company. Right. I would get off work, fight with my wife at the time. Like, whatever you talking about, I'm going to do this. Right. It's not like I'm working for Lil Kibo from Cudahy or something. I'm making great money every night, and you talking about we supposed to go on a date. Like, I can't afford for him to find another me by me not being there. Right.
Right.
So whatever.
Yeah, we can go on a date next week. Exactly. Where you going? You leaving?
Yeah.
Is you leaving?
Do you feel like following your passion and just really putting like your full self into your musical journey has created any regrets?
Ooh, that's
it's a great question.
That's a great question.
I don't think it's any regrets, but it makes me put a pin and appreciate my daughter more, because I wasn't there for her like I really wanted to be there for her. So she never gave me any issues. She never took it any kind of way. But I'm gonna do something very, very great for her, because she allowed me to share the industry with her.
That's dope.
How old is your daughter?
34.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she really grew up with you
she grew up
in the industry. So she really did have to like settle for coming second for a little second.
Hands down. Yeah.
That's dope. Beautiful. I mean, you need to be able to say that.
Does she do music now?
No, she does. She works for the courts. So like, I'm super proud of her. Like,
that's
great.
Crazy. That's how it is with my son.
For real?
Yeah. I used to have him in the studio with me where I was making beats, and he was just there.
But like, I'm setting the rest of her life up purposely.
Yeah.
Well,
so
you seem like a very, very intentional person.
Yeah. So she ain't gonna have to worry about nothing.
That's lit.
Like,
Shout out to the dog.
I sacrificed her earlier years for her later years. So.
That's
you gotta do that. Some people won't. Some people would never understand your mindset. Like, what fuels me is the fact that my brother died young. You know what I'm saying? And it's for him to die young and understand that you have no time set for yourself. So if you don't grind while you're here,
You don't know what tomorrow going to bring.
Exactly.
You don't know what tonight going to bring, let alone tomorrow.
Exactly. So you got to go hard while you can. So I think that's dope for you to understand what you're doing and still communicate that though too.
And which I'm intentional about my jazz albums too, because once like this will be my 4th. So by the time I get to my 6th jazz album, I'll be older and I can jazz has a longer shelf life.
Mm-hmm. Do you perform any of your jazz?
Huh?
Do you perform any of your jazz music?
I do. I have a jazz band. I'm
you got
playing
a little band?
Yeah, I got a band.
Shout out your band.
Yeah. Shout out to the Furnace Band.
That's so cool. Like, you're in a band.
Yeah, I travel the world with my band. Like, my band, we're the band for the game. Like, I've been playing for the game for probably the last 10 years.
That is super dope.
Shout out to the Furnace Band.
Yeah.
We toured Europe and Dubai and...
I don't even think I even ever thought about that. Yeah. The only band... This is about to sound so crazy and really tell my age. The only band I think about, when I think about, reflections of bands, I think it's from Apollo.
Apollo?
Yeah, they used to have a band in the little stage.
I remember Sandman. He kicked niggas off.
It don't make you think of Frankie Beverly Hayes or
No. I know all of, in the artist realm, but I'm saying, bands who, I consecutively was that's the band. So that's super cool. I never thought about the fact that the game travels with a band. You know, I only ever thought about a band outside of directly being with an artist was for Apollo. So I never even thought about the band having to travel or nothing. Thought they picked the niggas up in every show.
If you on the show and a person had a band, you don't want to go behind them. Because it's a completely different experience.
Whole nother ballgame.
Whole nother experience.
Whole nother ballgame. Them drums and them fucking cymbals and
can't beat that.
The sonic sound and all that shit, you better just go home. Just pack your bag. Because after that, you're done.
Yeah.
When you try to play that CD. You
try
to play that MP3 after that, boy, you going, what?
Sure. Take you back to
play MP3 after that.
Yeah.
Take you to the artists who now play with their audios playing and stuff with original rappers never had their audio. They had acapella bands.
But you control the show.
Yeah.
You get rest. You create moments. You can let's go ride it
out.
It's
breathing.
You breathe it. It's
breathing
a
better.
Whole different experience.
I'm saying it like I've been in. You
understand?
Yeah, I get it.
I think that's so exciting.
A band it's sonically different.
Can a bartender have a band? Just play a little tune every time.
I'm your band. I'm your motherfucking band. Goddamn.
Forever,
what the fuck? You trying to replace me?
No,
let me get on my. Let me get on my Eddie Kane real quick.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What?
Ain't nobody came to see you.
What? And everybody came to see you, Otis.
Now she fresh off the plane.
I've been hanging out with the rappers all weekend. I have not heard nothing further than a movie. So I was in New York for battle rap. I travel with Geechee Gotti's for all
Shout out to
Geechee. Shout out to
one of the artists that I had in the
Shout
studio.
And
my guy.
They talk in movie quotes all day.
What you mean?
Movie quotes. It's not a moment happening.
Yeah. Oh.
That's not a movie quote.
Yeah.
All this weekend, Life, Harlem Nights. When I say
Life, yeah.
Yeah, I just found out that apparently the two movies, the Life is kind of like a sequel. I just heard this today, so I had to. Now that's what I was doing when I was I'm on my.
In there to where he's at.
I think it was 2 or 3, Della. Yeah. But then I guess the whole.
Della got shot in the toe.
Yeah, so
they have
different little Easter eggs in there that
That's why I love Busta Rhymes. I'm sorry, that's why I love Busta.
Have you heard Busta Rhymes?
Busta is crazy. Yeah, I did actually press.
I didn't get to see him Sunday, but he was in the building.
It was good too. It was good. Yeah.
Good too.
Good too.
Good as ours.
Good. Yeah, I didn't keep it.
It's a different.
I didn't.
It was a different kind of good because
so
I got a little different energy.
No. Yeah. Only reason why I say it was good too is because he has a lot of energy based beats. So his beats
energy
based. Glasses music in the album.
Not even comparing.
No, I'm about to. I got to. Since you said that.
Yeah, that's not why I'm saying it though. Yeah, we can, but that's not why. Yeah.
Comparing, Busta Rhymes' album had a lot of energy-based beats, and it was more so like, okay, you know what I'm saying, like that. Glasses had a lot of. This nigga crazy. What?
A lot of pen.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He said what?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, to not even understand, some people don't even know who Glasses is. Yeah. That don't understand who Glasses is. So this album is really gonna make him be like Glasses. It's a rebirth of what he's already planted. Exactly. So I look at people's albums different.
That's what he says for himself. So
it's a rebirth of him getting into. He's not breaking. He don't have to break into anything. He's great alone. So to compare the two, Busta album was more so like Crump versus
True to Busta.
I'm a Busta.
That's true to
fan.
Busta.
I'm just saying Busta normally has his sound. I think he went to
it was But Glasses album was more so like, nigga, this is me.
Unapologetically.
Counsel me if you want to.
Yeah.
We could talk about it later. That type of shit. Like, I don't care what you talking about.
Yeah.
Counsel me later. We'll talk about it when you understand what is going on.
Yeah.
Right now I'm ahead of my time. I'm running, type shit. So when I listen to it, I'm like, this is dope. I can't compare the two because it was a whole nother ballgame with Busta. Yeah. Glasses is
I'm a
like.
Busta fan. That's why I wanted to know.
Me too. I am too.
I listen to everything now.
Yeah. Yeah. But Glasses album, I'm not even like I don't know no fanboy stuff, but I like Glasses as a person. So to hear him continuing his greatness, he's dope as fuck. Yeah. To hear him continuing it, it's like, nigga, let's go. I'm right behind him.
Refreshing, bro.
Yes, I'm right behind him. Like, nigga, let's do it. Yeah. So to hear it, it's like, nigga, I like that.
Top of the year,
that's
bro.
We're
gonna start selling experiences. We're gonna start selling like live performances, like really kickbacks with barbecues in backyards.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna get.
That's all him right there.
The
motorcycle.
Dare I say it? The LaRusso effect is taking over.
I'm about to fix the goddamn Harley.
The LaRusso effect is taking over. I predicted this 3 years ago. So another trend I predicted.
If you smart, you got to sell experience.
I predicted this 3 years ago. I had a homeboy that was an artist, and I was telling him like he should just throw shows in his backyard. I really pitched this hard to him. You know what this nigga told me? Nigga told me that wasn't nobody gonna come. He didn't want to do shows in no little ass backyard. And guess what? Now that nigga is somewhere doing shows with 7 people in the whole goddamn building. I ain't gonna even drop his name. But if he'd have believed in himself and invested all that energy into himself and like LaRusso, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. That's who we was just talking about, but that's not who I make an example about. But I'm saying that's another trend that we seen start and like he said, if you're smart, you'll pick up on it and run.
It's the festivals. Because it gives you a false sense of reality.
People love a good false sense of reality, though.
Yeah, you do the festival and then do your own show.
That's what I'm saying. So it was crazy when that person told me that they did that the backyard was too small and all this, and I'm like,
I
don't know.
If you brought that up then, and now we seen that shit go full surface, that's crazy. You definitely be ahead of your you ahead of your time.
I'm a forward thinker. I've always been like that. I've always been a forward thinker. You know what? Honestly, I honestly do not motherfucking gamble. I do not dabble in gambling.
Who won the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I don't either.
I have better luck with long-term things.
You like the Steelers? Yeah. Why so?
Just they've always been my favorite team.
Okay, I got you.
Everybody you see.
Yeah.
I'm
not even going to debate you. Like,
everybody put their head
down. Have your,
No, I'm a 49er. I'm a 49er, so die hard straight day one.
I would tell y'all.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. I've been a day one 49er fan.
When did that day
in the second grade, I had a starter jacket.
Everybody
49ers on. No.
I'm a day one
since I knew about football, before I started playing football,
I know my favorite team, and I know how long they've been.
49ers day one starter jacket.
Never had another team.
I've only had my only team was the Rams. That's when they had Marshall Faulk.
Was one.
The 49ers.
How can you?
I only like the Rams because of the Marshall Falks and the Torrey Holtz and stuff like that.
That was your day one.
That was just exciting to watch.
So 49ers are the day twos.
No, the day ones was the 49ers. Joe Montana's, the Steve Youngs.
How do they proceed?
See, my rationale is a lot better. My rationale is so much better.
49ers, yeah, okay.
Yeah, how do they proceed?
Now let me have a girl explain it to y'all.
Uh-oh.
See, my favorite team is the Cowboys. You know why? Deion Sanders been fine all his life.
Oh,
period. Moving on.
Anyway. Anyway.
So now you're a Colorado fan?
I'm actually still a Cowboys fan.
So you didn't move?
You didn't move what?
No, I support anything that he do, but in the NFL, it's not really no point in me leaving my NFL team because they still hold
your favorite
college team.
He doesn't play for them; he coaches for them. So now he's just my favorite coach.
You only like them because of that one player.
Yeah.
No, I like their whole team now. I'll tell you why too.
Because
I love arguing with people about them.
Yeah.
I love arguing people about the Cowboys.
That
Let me tell you this.
Single. That's crazy.
So you asked me earlier how long I've been bartending. Yeah. I started bartending in Staples Center.
Huh?
Yeah, I started bartending in Staples Center.
How did you start there?
Because I was a regular general concessions employee, and my manager one day was like, "Oh, I need extra bar staff," and I was like, "I want to do bartending," and he was like, "You never told me you do bartending," and then I was like, "Yeah, I know how to bartend," and then he was like,
"So was you certified?"
Where did you learn to bartend?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm self-taught. So in this story, I went home. I literally looked on YouTube, looked up 5 most popular cocktails.
Yeah. Wait, so that's why we had so many fights at the Staples Center?
It's gonna be a good time.
But now, see how the hood robs you? The hood robs you.
No, the hood been taking care of me.
No, what I'm
Because
saying
one thing we got in the hood is a liquor store.
No, what I'm saying is I'm not supposed to know you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Oh,
so I learned bartending in Staples Center, and that was all fruition. It was all fruition. I never knew nothing about bartending. I lied to that manager. I went home, literally looked on YouTube, looked up some drinks. When he was asking about bartending days later, I'm certified now. Licensed, certified, insured.
I don't know if I can drink.
First of all, the ingredients are on Google. The ingredients are on Google.
I'm just saying.
No, we got certified bartenders up in this world, okay?
I didn't see you measure nothing.
Eyeball it. They teach you that. It's count. It's a blind count.
Hello.
They teach you
count to 6.
Hello.
Medium fast. 1,
Hello.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a shot. That's like a 1.5, 2 ounce shot.
I
went back and did the homework. I had to literally go and do the homework to manipulate my boss into giving me this job. I studied the shit. When I seen him again, I literally was like, ask me anything right now. And it just so happened that the drinks he asked me about was like some shit that I had just looked at on YouTube.
That's
so
crazy.
I ran it down, and I was like, I was throwing all kind of extra flair in it.
You did what?
Yeah, I was like, but if you really want to, I tell you, he asked me about a margarita, and I told him how to make a margarita, and I was like, but if you're doing a restaurant margarita, they usually be using sweet and sour, but I don't like sweet and sour. I like pineapple juice.
Well, you ain't shit.
He was like,
I'm gonna tell you that.
That's how you do your margarita? I said, yeah, a lot of people use orange juice. Lying. Never even created the drink yet.
I fuck with
lying. I just took a little things from a couple of videos. It sound good. I have a great personality, so from there.
And you're very educated and smart.
Yeah. Personality.
The personality sold me once I got into bartending. I'm birthed champagne. That's my real name since I was born.
Since you was drunk. Gotcha.
Mama's not gonna like that comment. My mom gave me that name. I have to remind people all the time.
It's fine wine.
No, I was 3 years old named Champagne. I was 6 years old named Champagne, and then I was 21 named Champagne.
Fine wine.
At every one of them ages, inappropriate comments.
Bro?
Yeah, people don't know how to talk. Like people don't know what to say when your name is like exotic like that. Yeah, people say stupid shit like, "I wonder what your bath water tastes like." Tastes like dirt. Yeah. Or they say, was your mom drunk? No, I have a coworker. Shout out to Mo. She literally addresses me by. You can hear it a mile away. She be like,
that's sick.
Bitches, them the champagne bubbles like this. That's what she always says. I worked with her for a million years. She strictly addresses me.
Yeah, that's sexual harassment.
It's not. It's the champagne bubbles.
She
just popping it. She just popping it.
Yeah, okay.
That's gonna be a Me Too movement in a minute. Me Too movement. I feel it.
No, it's an exciting place to be. Were you born with this kind of name?
Oh yeah, nah.
Carl.
Sure. Don't do that. Let's delete that out of the thing.
Nah, everybody done got that government said today.
Nah, that's cool.
Y'all done said
I love my name. I love my name.
Y'all done said everybody's name. We saying your name too today.
We did. It's all good.
Yep.
It's an exciting environment to be in though. Even just like work, I've worked around so many different artists. I worked around so many different environments.
What makes you? I got questions for you. What makes you so like energetic when it comes to this stuff? Like, what drives your passion for this right here?
For bartending or socializing?
Because when you made this drink, I almost died, but I was good. Yeah. What drives you to make people want to drink again after they almost died?
I really actually enjoy socializing.
Okay.
Bartending is really
social.
So you basically are the epitome of open bar podcast.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I'm glad you kind of gave me this spot.
You have to be sort of a therapist as well, because I'm sure people just talk to you.
No, you really just got to be fake. Yeah, a lot of it just goes into being fake, being empathetic.
Hey, the producer just walked out.
Yeah, I hope your clients are watching. She's just kidding. Allegedly.
No, I have a really good relationship with people, and so people get my humor. I have like.
If I really liked you from coming to your bar over and over, and you just said, "Yeah, I'm really fake,"
I wouldn't come to
that would be kind of a slap in the face.
No, they wouldn't, because you know what I'm saying? Tell me back. They would just talk shit back. People at the bar talk shit. That's why I love the bar.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Like you don't go to the bar to like.
I didn't drink your drink.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
My goddamn drink bag.
Oh my God!
You want to jump over the fence? You gonna be thirsty.
Okay.
What tequila did you use right there? Which one is that?
I am still using the silver.
Silver. Okay, cool.
Azalea. I like the silver. I like the silver with this particular drink because it is a bold, fresh flavor, and it doesn't have any of the additional flavors to throw off the taste of the cocktail. So if I would have used the reposado or if I would have used the extra
educated.
But you sounded like this. Come on, man.
You see me? Okay, you see me branding. I do this all the time.
Yo.
I do this all the time. He knows too, because I'm setting everything up so that when I grab it, it's like everything is intentional.
This is the thing about, I'm going to give you your flowers right now so you can smell them. This is the thing about her. I didn't understand what she knew until I understood what she knew. You know how you like see somebody be like,
check it out. Yeah.
What the hell? You know what you're talking about. She know what she's talking about. She know what she's doing. So she in her lane, she's I can't test her because she's already doing what she's supposed to do. Yeah. She can explain to you the age process of all the tequilas and all that stuff. So yeah, we good with this. That's why we got the best in the business, but the best in the business. You know what I'm saying?
I think I was cool with you, but I know.
I think you're cool. I stalked your page a little bit. That's how I know how many artists you're working with.
Oh, hey, okay.
That's how I knew how many Grammys you had.
She do her homework.
He was surprised when I said, "Oh, you already asked him what he liked."
Because I never looked into that because those accolades are your accomplishments, and I appreciate them. But I didn't really like look into them like that. I was like, I know you from this person. It's like you're a person to me. Yeah, I didn't look into the. Yeah. I was looking at the seed of the avocado, not the meat of it. So if that makes sense.
That definitely makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I was looking at. I would never look at, because I look at you, I'll be like, I'll be stoked to the fact that what you do, I've done, or I'm underdoing. Yeah. So I was looking at.
We come from the same circle, so it's cut from the same cloth.
Yeah. So to understand what you do, based off of what's been told to
me. So my whole goal is to show people like you can accomplish what I've accomplished and more.
Absolutely.
But this is how I did it. Doesn't mean it's gonna be the same.
Everybody do it differently. Everybody do it differently.
But you are welcome to take the blueprint and better it.
Nah, in some cases you can't duplicate.
Because it's about relationship. A large I'm here because of relationship.
No, you're here because of your God-given talent.
Absolutely.
some shit you can't do, some shit that you do.
But look, it gets you
can't be done.
Yeah, it gets you in the room, but it doesn't keep you in the room.
Yeah, your attitude keeps you in the room for
exactly.
sure. Your diligence, your
I know some
persistence.
super talented people that I can't stand being around, and you're not gonna be working with me.
That part.
So
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, dog.
As I appreciate
every time somebody say something about something, I'm like, EP.
Yeah.
And then when Giddy started working with it, I was like, man, what the fuck? Yeah. Okay, cool. EP. For real.
Hey.
So look, tell everybody where they can find you at, so we can get that going. You also he also has a podcast.
Yeah.
So we gotta tune into that for sure.
Let's podcast is called Spitting Policies. We
Spitting See, it's so original around this motherfucker. What the hell?
We spitting game.
That's fine.
I grew up with it's 3 other additional hosts.
Mm-hmm.
We've known each other 30, 40 years.
Okay.
All entrepreneurs. I'm a producer. My other dude Trevor is a barber. My other dude P is he has a men haberdashery, which is clothing and style.
Oh,
he has a store.
It's a lifestyle experience.
Haberdashery, yeah. It's in Inglewood. And my other man KC, Kevin is he works in the gang prevention and in the city, and he's also a comedian. So
that's a crazy conversation.
Yeah, and
that's definitely gotta be a crazy conversation.
Social issues and dating advice and things of sort. So you can find me, man, at my Instagram is at EP Music. My website is www.ervinpope.com. That's ERVINPOPE.com. And Facebook and find me here. Yeah. Reach out to my guys here. I'll be back.
Yeah. Now we gotta continue to grind with this, man. I'm honored.
Yeah.
Regardless of what anybody else feel, because I don't really care. I'm honored. I asked for you for a couple reasons.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you even coming.
Yeah,
This is a long road from where you coming from. So I appreciate you. Some people would call like, I can't make it, not understanding where I'm going with this. So I appreciate you for pulling up. This is like a milestone for me, for you to be here. So I want you to.
See, I didn't hesitate.
Nah, you didn't. You was like, what's the address? What's the address? What's the address? Yeah. Some people be like, oh, I fell asleep. I fell asleep.
Don't you
hate
that?
All right. I'm not booking you again.
Yeah. You'll figure it out.
You won't be
some people who I understand that's been hounding me about coming on to the podcast and doing this. I know they don't have nothing going on. It's like I'm not shining. It's like you're not consistent enough for me to be like I would take my time to chop it up with you for no reason. Like it's not conducive to what I got going on.
Completely.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
I love y'all.
Yeah.
And that's not fake. I love everybody. Champ is the biggest boss here though. I respect her so much. Listen, this girl is educated.
Straight off the plane.
Straight off the plane, man. She pulled up to the podcast.
You know, my boy Delta. You know that.
And she got a little
I love Delta, baby. Baby, if you can't put me on Delta, I don't even know if I can go. I love Delta Airlines. I love Delta Airlines.
Okay, cool. Look, so if y'all listening, make sure you get Delta. Swear to God, hey, we want to take a shot before we leave, and then we're going to get up out of here. EP, man, I appreciate you for pulling up. Champ, fresh off the plane.
Thank you for having me. I want to give you your flowers, too. Thank you for just giving me a really spotlight opportunity because...
Are you mixing?
No, this is just a shot.
You're crazy. I'm
not doing a full shot, though.
Yeah, I was a half shot.
But thank you just for giving me an opportunity to showcase my talent and showcase my personality.
Dude,
I really appreciate that.
You're very educated, and I appreciate you for even being here.
And you had a foresight. I've learned that.
Thank you.
Give me some inside trader tips.
Hey,
buy gold.
Yeah.
Buy for sure. Silver. Buy silver. Silver. Gold is...
Invest in natural substances of any kind. If it's naturally, I don't even care if it's salt. I actually know somebody who owns salt mines.
Oh, we got to talk to him.
Yeah, sure. I know people who own all kind of shit. I know somebody who owns sand mines.
That's different too.
He live in Nigeria.
Did you learn that from bartending?
No, I actually been in Africa, so I'm a world traveler a little bit. I love to travel.
You see what
traveling is probably one of the biggest impressions on me.
Hey.
Yeah, everybody else got their passport and went to Mexico. the first place I went was to Africa. Baby, I need to see what's cracking over there. What they doing? So
I'm gonna give you a little traveling tip. Go to Hungary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go.
Yeah.
Is it like is that in Russia? Hungary?
No,
right?
that's in Europe.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah,
I haven't been to Europe yet at all.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go to London a couple of weeks ago. The trip kind of fell through because the artist I wanted to see wasn't gonna be there. So I'm not going.
London only has 3 weeks of summer.
Yeah, that's literally because the flight was stupid cheap. I be tracking flights all the time. $300 round trip. So I was gonna go round trip on British Airways. Keynote, if y'all want to travel out the country, do not fly an American-based airline. Yeah. Fly an airline that has to go back to where it came from. Okay. Because if the plane came here, it's going back.
It got to go back.
It got to go back. So if you want to travel to Europe, travel like British Airways or something like that, because it's actually a lot cheaper. And they will never advertise us those prices. You got to go directly to the website. Cool.
Yeah.
But
and they might be half empty. And you can just lay out on the whole row.
And listen, when I went to Nigeria, 14 hours to Togo, had the whole 3 rows to myself. Yeah. The whole 14 hours, the whole 3. People like, I could never. I'm like, I was laid out. I put all the arms up. I was feet kicked up. I was upside. I was like a 16-year-old on the phone. I was upside down, forwards, backwards. It was cool. It was a long flight, but it was cool.
Popping.
Yeah.
I wanted to take just a quick second because we are having great drinks. So I want to shout out, at least give a little appreciation
to the bosses.
Our sponsors. Without our sponsors, we wouldn't be here taking these shots and drinks. So we have first up, Tequila, Azaleo. Shout out to them. Brand new company. All of these brands Diamante is a big dog right now, so we can't really say that they exclusive no more, but they are exclusive to Open Bar Podcast. You have Dore Vodka, which is the next episode. Tequila Azulio, next episode. Shout out to them with a great product. And then we also have our Centino sparkling water. Just giving them a slight shout out. It's not big, but it's big because they believe in me and I believe in them. So we're just giving them their flowers just like everybody else. This is what this show is about, bringing people on that's doing what they're supposed to do. And this is what we're doing. This is something that started from the bottom and they're growing how they're supposed to grow organically with the grind and the hustle. So shout out to them. Stentino, I love y'all, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all water tastes crazy. You know what I'm saying? They water fire.
They bounce me black.
Stentino, it's straight French, straight Italian. You know what I'm saying?
Sweetened with grapes, not sugar.
Nah, straight up. And it's good. It's like a Perrier, but it's flavored, you know what I'm saying? Blood orange and all that stuff like that. But it's good. It's really good. I would not say it is good if it's not good. Yeah. I'm so hard on making sure it makes sense. But straight tuning out right now. Shout out to EP and the great accolades. All right, look. Just like E47, I'm going to bring it back up. I'm not above you. Or below you. I'm right with you. There you go.
Cheers, guys.
Don't drink no more, EP. Nah, man, I appreciate you pulling up, man. I appreciate you for real.
I would say champ, but she here. Thank you, champ. Yeah. No, you know that's the saying.
Shout out to my producers, man. Shout out to my boy Black Coffee, man.
My man.
He traveling, man. He doing his thing.
Conversation never on the blocks.
Me by the bar. Bars open. Meet me by the bar.